Good evening and welcome back to Be Rich. Today is a very important day, and today the Russians are due payment of $117 million on interest when the coupon on their bonds becomes due. Russia has several billion dollars of debt outstanding in the market, and it is time to pay. Russians have to pay $117 million in interest. Today, they had first said they would pay it in rubles, which is stupid because they would just print the rubles and hand it over to somebody. And the ruble has depreciated by more than 50% since the war has started. And therefore, no sane lender is going to accept payment in rubles. If the bond payments does not go through today, it means that Russia has defaulted. Russia has several types of bonds, some of which says that the lender will be forced to accept payments in ruble if the Russian government decides so. But the bonds that are due, where coupons are due today, are not those kind of bonds where payment has to be made in US dollars. Russia has simply run out of dollars. And if you are watching Russian television, you will see millions of people trying to get their money out of ATMs and banks. In fact, social media has shown large queues standing outside Russian banks trying to withdraw money. And unfortunately, there is no money because there are several caps on withdrawing money. So there is a huge problem, and Russia is on the brink of default. When was the last time that Russia defaulted like this? The previous Russian default was in 1998. It led to the collapse of the LTCM, long term capital management. Was eons ago when Alan Greenspan was still the Federal Reserve head, and the rescue was mounted so that the banks that had lent money and had exposure to long term capital management funds were saved. Great investors like Soros and Buffett refused to touch long term capital management funds. The Federal Reserve interfered. It was the beginning of the Greenspan put, though it peaked between 2000 and 2002. Clinton was the president. This was eons ago. It looks light years ago from today. The world went through a financial turmoil. Russia went into a financial turmoil. It was one of the conditions that led to the rise of Putin. If the bonds had not devolved on that day, maybe a chain of events would have not been set off and Putin would not have become the authoritarian leader that he is today. So today the world has come to a full circle back and Russia is on verge of default. Russia is in serious trouble. More than half its foreign reserves are frozen and cannot be taken out. US and parts of Europe have sanctioned their oil. They are forced to sell highly discounted oil, which India has bought at a huge discount. And the Russians have gone to such an extent where they are paying for the passage and paying for the extra war premium that insurance demands. India got a good deal. The Americans have said that the Indians are not violating sanction but are on the wrong side of history. But that is a small point. Russia is in serious trouble. The war is taking much longer than what was originally thought. Ukrainian citizens and reservists armed with Stinger missiles are picking off Russian vehicles and armored trucks like picking off fruits of trees using these Stinger weapons. There are thousands of Russian vehicles that have been destroyed. The Ukrainian Air Force has managed to bring down several Russian aircraft. All this means that this war is not going to end soon and is going to take a long time. Yesterday, after an impassioned plea by the Ukrainian president to Congress, the president of the United States has ordered another $1 billion of military equipment and armed drones to be supplied to Ukraine. So, this is going to give Ukraine a lot of ammunition to continue this battle of attrition. And this battle of attrition is not going to end soon. Even if the war ends and think Russians go back home, their sanctions are not going to end soon because Joe Biden called Putin a war criminal. This is going to have a long term impact on the Russian ruble. If you remember, in this channel, I talked about buying Russian ruble. The next 1 month is the time to buy ruble for anybody who is willing to risk capital completely. The war should end within next 20 days and there will be a relief rally in the ruble which will bounce and you will get a lot of money. People like George Soros will be waiting on the wings to buy these bonds which default. Russian bonds are trading at a huge discount. Your dollar worth of Russian bonds is now available for 20 cents, something as low as the Argentine bonds. People like Oak Tree Capital will buy it at 15 cents to a dollar or even pay 20 cents to a dollar and wait for their time and recover the money fully after the sanctions are over. So, it is not the war or Ukraine that is going to cause Putin. It is the economic sanctions put in by the world and Europe, Western world especially, that is going to hurt Putin in a big way. Now, today is the symbol, is the signal that Russia is going to officially default. Russia has a 30-day grace to pay this money back. If it ends the war and manages to pay the money back in 30 days, a technical default is avoided. But this means Russians will have to endure a humiliating surrender, which is not acceptable to Putin. The war has moved to the next stage and is joined by both sides. The Americans are fighting a proxy war by arming Ukrainians with armed drones, Stinger missiles to take on the Russians. The Russians are finding themselves shot and are being picked off in Ukraine. This war will not end soon, even if they capture the cities. Russia has still not captured any major city and is in serious trouble. Putin and his closest advisors decided to go to this war, but they did not plan for its outcomes. They were too overconfident, and now Russia and Russians will pay the price. Thank you for watching. Be rich. If you like this video, kindly consider subscribing to my channel and turning on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will be not notified every time a video is put out. If you do like this video, kindly consider sharing to your friends and relatives over WhatsApp. Once again, I thank you for supporting Be Rich. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.